All right, let's dive in. We are cracking the code on something that's as fascinating as it is expensive: luxury. Have you ever really wondered what separates a pretty good brand from a true luxury icon? I'll tell you, it's so much more than the price tag, and we're about to find out exactly what it is.
I mean, think about it. This question gets right to the heart of everything. On a purely functional level, it makes absolutely zero sense. And yet, the global luxury market is a massive, multi-billion-dollar industry. So what is really going on inside our brains that makes us desire these things so much? And hey, it's not just you and me asking this. For years, experts have tried to pin down what luxury even is. As this quote from back in 2002 shows, it's slippery. It's subjective. It kind of seems to defy simple logic. It's about way more than just what something costs or what it does.
So, for the longest time, calling a brand luxury was really just a matter of opinion. It was all about gut feelings, tradition, and some slick marketing. But that got some researchers thinking. What if you could take this fuzzy concept and make it concrete? What if you could actually measure luxury with science?
Well, that is exactly what researchers Frank Vigneron and Lester W. Johnson decided to find out. They took on this hugely ambitious project, not just to define luxury, but to build a standardized tool. Think of it like a scientific ruler to measure precisely how luxurious a brand is perceived to be.
And their first big breakthrough was this realization that luxury isn't just one single thing. No, it's more like a complex cocktail of different psychological drivers. And these drivers, they work on us on two very different levels. So let's break those two levels down. First up, you've got the non-personal perceptions. This is all about the outside world, how other people see the brand, its status, its reputation. And then you have the personal perceptions. This is all about you. It's how that brand makes you feel on the inside. Understanding this split is the key to unlocking their entire model. And this brilliant idea led them to the ultimate revelation. By digging into these personal and non-personal drivers, they managed to isolate 5 specific, measurable dimensions that, when you put them all together, create the entire perception of luxury.
Okay, dimension number 1. This is a non-personal one: perceived conspicuousness. This is all about luxury as a public statement. It's about being seen and being recognized as a symbol of wealth. It's the idea that for some things, the demand actually goes up as the price goes up, just because that high price signals status to everyone else.
Just look at the words that go along with this. They're all about showing off, right? Extremely expensive, for the wealthy, noticeable. It's about being seen and immediately understood in a social hierarchy. This is luxury as a social performance. The second non-personal dimension is perceived uniqueness. This one taps right into our basic desire for things that are scarce. I mean, think about it. If everybody can have it, is it really a luxury? This is all about the feeling of exclusivity, of rarity, and how hard it is to get your hands on it. And again, these keywords just tell the whole story, don't they? Very exclusive, rare, difficult to obtain. Brands that are masters of this use things like limited editions, insane waiting lists, anything to create a sense of being in a very, very small club. The third and final non-personal dimension is perceived quality. Now, this is probably the most obvious one. It's the basic, fundamental expectation that a luxury product is just plain better. It's made with better stuff, the craftsmanship is incredible, and the performance is flawless. It's the promise of perfection.
All right, now let's switch gears to the personal dimensions. Dimension 4 is perceived hedonism. This has absolutely nothing to do with what other people think and everything to do with you. It's about the pure, simple sensory pleasure you get from the product itself. You know, the feel of the leather, the sound of the engine. It's luxury just for you.
And the final dimension, which might just be the deepest one, is the perceived extended self. This is the moment a brand stops being just a thing you own and actually becomes a part of who you are. Its story, its image, its values, they all merge with your own identity. The brand makes you feel more like you. So let's put it all together on one slide. This is like the cheat sheet for luxury. You've got the 3 non-personal dimensions: conspicuousness, which screams, "Look at me"; uniqueness, which whispers, "There's only one"; and quality, which states it's the best. Then you've got the 2 personal ones, all about you. Hedonism is that this feels amazing sensation, and extended self is the ultimate goal. This is me.
Now, here's where it gets really cool. The researchers didn't just stop with this theory. They actually went ahead and turned this whole 5-part framework into a real scientifically validated tool that businesses can actually use. They called it the Brand Luxury Index, or BLI. And believe me, they didn't just guess. They started with over 150 potential questions, put them through some incredibly tough statistical tests, and boiled it all down to a super precise 20-question scale that reliably measures all 5 dimensions. This is serious science.
So what's the point of all this? Well, with the BLI, a company can get a detailed fingerprint, like a DNA profile, of its brand's luxury perception. And even better, it can get that same profile for all its competitors.
Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. In their research, they used the BLI to compare 2 massive luxury car brands, Porsche and Mercedes-Benz. Both are obviously luxury, right? But are they the same kind of luxury? Let's find out. And here's the first big surprise. When they added up all the scores, Mercedes-Benz was actually seen as more luxurious than Porsche by the people in the study. Now, that's an interesting result on its own, but the real magic of this tool is finding out why.
Yeah, that top-line number is really just the beginning of the story. The true power of the BLI is its ability to break that score down and show you exactly what's happening across each of the 5 dimensions.
Okay, now check this out. This is fascinating. When you look at the breakdown on quality and uniqueness, the 2 brands scored almost exactly the same. People saw them as equally well-made and equally exclusive. The entire difference in the overall score came down to just one dimension: conspicuousness. Mercedes-Benz scored way, way higher as a visible symbol of wealth and status.
So you see why this all matters, right? This framework is like a strategic roadmap for brands. They can pinpoint exactly where they're strong and where they're weak. They can analyze a competitor and decide if they want to fight on the same turf or play a different game. It helps them create ads that hit just the right psychological buttons. It's basically a dashboard for managing luxury.
So there you have it. You now know the 5-part code that truly defines luxury. The next time you see a fancy ad or walk past a high-end boutique, ask yourself, what are they really selling here? Is it quality? Is it uniqueness? Is it that hedonism feeling? Once you see the code, you really can't unsee it. How's it going to change the way you look at the world of brands?